hookers, whips, chains. Okay. Another story. I love the title of this one. Every Man Wants a Hooker. How Crochet Helped Me Meet the Man of My Dreams by Tracy Barrett, aka Tracy Crochets, 2008. So another one that's going to be a little bit long. In early 2003, two things happened in life. I got divorced and I picked up crocheting in full force. Were the two related? Yes. Crocheting kept me sane and gave me something safer to do with my hands, as opposed to strangling people. I know people I'd like to strangle. Anyway, it became a semi-serious joke with my coworkers. If they didn't see me crocheting, either something was blowing up at work or they needed to clear the building as I was about to end up on the 6 o'clock news. Okay. I started dating someone and thought it would work out. We had been best friends before dating and were already roommates. Handy that. He knew about the crocheting and the yarn that was in the apartment. I figured he understood. Love me, love my yarn. Well, long story short, he didn't. He complained when I crocheted while we watched TV. He complained when I crocheted in the car on long trips. He didn't understand that I could multitask and talk and crochet at the same time. A year and a half later, we broke up. Aww. I waited a year, throwing myself into my yarn, sometimes literally, and learning more about myself. I got to the point that I felt I could date and not feel the need to jump into a relationship. So I put up a profile on Match.com. I was honest in my profile. I don't remember exactly what I wrote now, but I know it said something along the lines of, I crochet. I crochet a lot. I will crochet while we watch TV. I'll crochet in the car on long trips. And sometimes I crochet while waiting. I have a lot of yarn. I have a yarn addiction and I'm not looking for help. If any of this bothers you, then don't bother. I like that. Okay, I went on a few dates. Guys thought I was funny and thought I was exaggerating in my posting. No, she wasn't. Until they realized that I attended a crochet group twice a month. Crocheted sometimes at work when the boss wasn't looking. Crocheted in waiting rooms and in my car while waiting to meet up with people. Most of the guys made somewhat disparaging remarks about a gal my age doing what they considered granny work. I hate that. I mean, that's because they see a lot of grannies doing crochet. Doesn't mean it's granny work. I mean, most of these grannies learned from their grandma, from their moms and their grandmas, or aunts, or, from some other family member. Or maybe they learned in a class from a little kid and been doing it for eons. So, and a lot of new people are learning them now. So it's not just a granny thing. Anyway, back to this. They either never got a first date or a response, and none of them got a second date. One day I got an email from a guy named John. He started out by telling me that his grandmother crocheted and one summer tried to teach him. Uh-huh. I heard that line before. I emailed him back. We corresponded a bit, and he seemed nice. He asked me why I crocheted and what had gotten me into it. I told him about how I used it as a stress reliever, how crochet is very meditative to me, how I love being able to make a piece of string and a bent stick and make really cool things. He commented how he could probably learn since he had a high-stress job. Sure. Okay. Heard that one before, too. A couple of weeks into our correspondence, my mom had to have surgery. I stressed and told everyone I would be out of touch for a bit. One afternoon, I got online and John was on the instant messenger program we used. He sent 2 messages that ended up winning me over. The first, "How's your mom doing?" He remembered. The second, "Are you doing okay? Are you crocheting to help with the stress?" Yeah, that won him his first date. I'll spare you the details of the first couple of dates. Yes, he was the only guy to get a second date. We talked about all kinds of things, and he never balked at my crocheting. On our third and fourth date, he met a few members of my crochet group at a party. He showed a great interest in the scarf I was showing them. Yes, we take crochet to parties. They all liked him and suggested that he come to our next meeting. Wow. Now he thought this was very nice. I knew it was a second interview with him. We told him we didn't expect him to crochet. We just wanted him to sit with us and hang out. Well, that's nice. Imagine my surprise when he showed up and walked in carrying a skein of Bernat baby coordinates in blue and a hook. Wow, he's showing interest. He bought the yarn and a hook by himself because he wanted to make a blanket for his friend who just had a baby. We were the first 2 to show up at the meeting, and he sat there with me in the middle of a crowded bookstore cafe and had me show him how to start. He already done a few chains because he remembered how to do that. His chains were good, but I thought I'd show him how to do a granny square instead. That's pretty easy. It was easy. I just said that. It was easy and would grow to the size he needed pretty quickly. The first meeting he sat there, dealing with the looks from other guys in the cafe, working very hard on his blanket. By the end of the meeting, those guys were nodding. John was the only guy sitting in the middle of the group of about 15 women. He was the center of attention as he worked every double crochet. It was cute. He concentrated so hard on that crocheting that he couldn't participate in the conversations. He was floored as to how he could chat and crochet at the same time, sometimes not even looking at what we were doing. Fast forward to a year later. John and I are now living together and planning our future. I have my own yarn studio in our home. He goes to every crochet meeting with me and is able to chat and crochet at the same time. Ooh. He takes me to yarn shops. He picks up the crochet magazines when he sees them. He's completed not only the baby blanket, but also contributed a square to our friend's comfort gan. And now is making a blanket for his cousin's baby. He gets upset when I go to a yarn shop, not because I went and bought yarn, but because I've gone without him. I now work from home as a crochet instructor and designer, something I could never have done without his support. He brags on me to everyone, showing my blog with pride to family and coworkers. We often have conversations about how a garment is put together and how it could translate into crochet. He is beginning to understand the different fibers and their uses. There is often yarn all over the house, and he doesn't mind. I made him a hook holder for Christmas, and he loved it. I cry a little inside whenever I hear women talking about how they have to hide their yarn purchases from their significant others. I know I'm lucky and a rare breed, but I think if we were to all teach our significant others how to crochet, there would be less hiding of the yarn stashes. John respects what I do as an artist and is my biggest cheerleader. He is also now a proud member of the Crochet Liberation Front. So, To all the singles out there, my advice is this. Do not hide what you do. State up front that you are a crocheter and expect it to be respected just like any other hobby or passion. Oh, hear, hear. You may not find a winner right away, but it's a great way to weed out the duds. Yes, ma'am. And now you never know, you may find a crocheter of your own. I like that story. So, for all you single women out there is somebody out there for you that also likes to crochet, or knit, or loom knit, or any of those, or all of the above. Who also understands your yarn, your passion for yarn. They're out there. So, with that, y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.